Chris quality too. Yeah. What? Yes, sir.
It caught up to you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know how that one did well. Man. Hey guys, what is up? PI Podcast here with episode 29. It's gonna be a little different. We're recording from my phone, just temporarily for today.
Dude, the quality looks so better
Does it?
than it normally does. Yeah.
Oh damn! I gotta figure something out. But yeah, today guys, we will be talking over a little bit of training camp. It won't be too long of a stream today. There isn't much to talk about right now, but a lot of things are coming soon. We're going to talk about our plans for training camp, our plans for the NFL schedule, and stuff like that.
Look at the difference. That's our normal quality with the webcam. That's now
Dang.
way better.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to figure out something. Yeah, so, Ian, what are our plans for NFL training camp?
I don't have any. I'm just kidding. So we really are gonna try our best to go to as many events as we can to training camp.
Yeah, and we're definitely we're planning on going to a Jaguars training camp, at least a few practices, something like that, because we're right near there, so we can go whenever we need to. And also going to be trying at least to go once to the Atlanta Falcons training camp. That's up in Atlanta, like 5 hours away from us, so we won't be going as often just because it's a long drive.
Yeah.
So, but we're probably going to be going at least once. So, look out for that. We'll be vlogging during then, and we'll have a lot of different cool things to show you on our blog because we're going to see some players practicing and stuff like that. So it's going to be awesome to see these people, see these NFL players practice against first. It would be the first time for me ever going to a training camp. Because I've never been to training camp. Also, Ian's too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be fun. It's going to be a different experience. You guys are going to see some of the plays. We'll be able to record a little bit. I'm pretty sure we will.
Yeah, we'll be on record a little bit.
So yeah, you guys are gonna see that firsthand. And then after training camp comes preseason. And preseason, it's gonna be interesting preseason because there's so many different players we want to see start and even go forward with in preseason. We want our favorite rookies to start. I'd like to see Desmond Ritter play just a little bit of preseason. If I
think
see that, that'd be fun.
I think they'll split reps, honestly. Me personally, I think we'll split reps. Desmond Ritter and Marcus Mariota.
Maybe. I'm just excited because they could also just. Oh, never mind. Because so Felipe Franks, the Falcons quarterback,
big news.
just turned into a wide receiver, which is crazy to believe in itself because he's been a quarterback ever since he was drafted, or he was undrafted, I think. So it's definitely going to be a little different of a look for Felipe Franks. And I'm kind of excited. I think we'll see it if we go to Falcons training camp. That we'll see him play as wide receiver. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know how good he is as a receiver either. So it's gonna be fun to watch.
So one thing I'll say, quarterbacks that go to the wide receiver position and excel normally are really talented. Like one big example is Julian Edelman, because they know what they have to do to help out the quarterback in risky situations. Or if they're rolling out of the pocket, they know, like, hey, I need to get here for them to, to be open or to get in position to catch the ball or something, because they played the quarterback position. They know what they would want a wide receiver to do in certain situations. So I'm interested to see how it turns out. Sometimes quarterbacks aren't willing to go into a different role. You've seen that with Tim Tebow, where he refused to become a tight end back in the day, and then 6 years later tries to be a tight end and it doesn't work out. But obviously he's been around the game of football nonstop since he was a kid. So hopefully he's athletic enough to turn into a decent wide receiver.
Yeah, it's just crazy that he turned into a wide receiver. I just didn't expect that.
I know.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys have been watching our pack openings, things like that, definitely it's interesting because we get some nice Falcon stuff. Um, and it's just crazy because preseason's coming up. It's gonna be. I think we're gonna see Philip Franks wide receiver even in preseason, possibly. So
Yeah.
uh, it's gonna be so interesting to watch the preseason games just to see. I know preseason games aren't legitimately like that the greatest games to watch for people, but at the end of the day, it's still football, and we've been waiting 6 to 7 months for football to come back. So it's definitely just an exciting time for everyone in the NFL and NFL fans in general.
We talked about Ryan Fitzpatrick already last week, but it's still crazy to think about that he's retiring. Like I feel like Ryan Fitzpatrick's a name I've always heard talked about, even as a bench player. Like his name's always brought up. He's got 38,000 yards as a bench player, as a journeyman quarterback. I mean, the dude, in my opinion, I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame, but I think he should have a little tiny corner of the greatest NFL journeyman quarterback ever.
That'll be interesting to see and just as him because he's been on over half the teams in the NFL as a quarterback, as a starter, even for a little bit, not even even for a few games. So it's definitely kind of weird this season to have not a backup quarterback not be Ryan Fitzpatrick, or
Yeah.
at least a starter that doesn't have a quarterback be not Ryan Fitzpatrick because he was just journeying his way throughout these NFL teams. It would have been crazy to see him go on every single NFL team. That would have been insane.
He played for 28% of the NFL teams.
That's insane. I mean, that's hard to do too. It's not like it's an easy thing.
I
to
know.
do.
You literally that's one thing that's really crazy about it is you have to be bad enough to get traded, but good enough not to just get wiped out of the league completely.
Yeah. There's so many different players that have gone unnamed recently. Josh Gordon, and a bunch of others as well.
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick could have been a legit starter. Obviously, him getting hurt last year didn't help his case out. But I mean, every time he started, in my opinion, like whoever he played for was in the game. Like I don't know. I could say he's one of the few gunslingers that are really fun to watch and doesn't make terrible mistakes. But I'm gonna miss watching him. You know, look at what he did with the Dolphins. You know, he came in, helped Tua, would come into games if Tua was messing up, and would take over and win games. He would put Tua in a good spot, and then Tua would come in to relieve him. I don't know, he was just fun to watch.
I mean, amazing play with
Yeah,
his face mask, like someone turning his head sideways and somehow making a deep pass, and getting the roughing the passer call to win the Dolphins that game against the Raiders. Oh man, that is crazy. So good luck to Ryan Fitzpatrick in his retirement. Definitely would love to have you on the podcast. So just hit us up.
Yeah.
DM us. Do whatever you have to. And we'd love you to have you talk about your journeyman career. And
You're gonna have to talk for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. So now I'm gonna talk about sort of. We haven't had a set schedule yet for our regular season schedule of the PI podcast. So I'm gonna dive into that a little bit. So we know Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, and Sunday Football in general. So definitely, we're gonna be going live Sunday night for sure. Just keeping Sunday for sure in general, regardless. So you guys will see at Sunday night. So definitely we'll be going over every single NFL game. We'll be probably going live with, probably reacting to the Sunday Night Football game, stuff like that. And then we're planning on, if we do it Tuesday night, Then we're gonna definitely have a recap of Monday Night Football's game and a little recap of Sunday's games as well, just in case we're too busy on Sunday night going over the live game. And then if we do Thursday again as well, then definitely Thursday night game we'll be reacting to live on that podcast. So we're going to be able to cover every single NFL game and have a preview of it on Thursday as well. So definitely going to be a hectic schedule. We may even have to add a podcast. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll definitely play it by ear. Really, preseason is going to tell us like what we really need to do. Because like obviously, if we're able to get a lot of people in here, like, and it's like a demand to do a extra podcast, like we want to eventually get to a point where we're doing this every single day. Obviously, like that would have to get to a point where I don't have to work, he doesn't have to work, like,
And we can afford somewhere that I can just stay
yeah.
in general.
So like that's gonna be the main thing down the road. But you know, we're making moves to try to get to that point eventually by obviously doing the trading cards. Gonna eventually sell them. Gonna eventually do breaks. Gonna eventually monetize our videos on here. So we'll get to there when we get there, basically.
Yeah, and this upcoming NFL season is just going to be huge in general because these 5 rookie quarterbacks, their second year is going to be a big choice for them and a big look at for NFL scouts and everybody and NFL fans in general because you're going to really see these second round quarterbacks, these year 2 quarterbacks have to prove themselves a little bit. They still have time to develop, obviously. Most of the I think all 5 quarterbacks probably will be in year 3 with the same teams.
Yeah.
But they do have to kind of show they improve a little bit.
Yeah, so actually bringing that up, I would like to ask you which year 2 quarterback is going to make the biggest improvement? So out of all the quarterbacks, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields. Trey Lance is going to be a hard one to judge because we didn't get to really watch him that much last year. But who do you think makes the biggest jump?
I think that either Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence, one of those two is going to make a big jump this year. Definitely hopeful for Justin Fields, but they really didn't do too much to protect him in the draft or even in free agency either. So I hope he doesn't get hit as much as he did last year, but there was a big chance that he will. And Trevor Lawrence in general, he has a better team around him now. He has some sort of a defense around him.
Competent coach.
And he has decent, competent coach.
No
now.
distractions. Like that's going to be a huge one.
Exactly, and he has competent receivers around him and a better O line, so I think he's going to improve tremendously. I'd say Justin Fields because he has talent. He has a lot of talent. He has some talent that most of these other rookie quarterbacks don't have, and that is something to look forward to if you're a Bears fan. Justin Fields is that guy. I hope for the Bears. If they treat him right, then it's gonna be good for them in Chicago. But if they don't treat him right, if they don't protect him, if they don't give him wide receiver help, it's just gonna be a difficult time for him. And you can't just have your rookie quarterback or second year quarterback be out there having to make all the decisions, having to be the carrier offense as a second year player. You have to put a team around him to be able to go anywhere. That's how Tom Brady does it. That's how Aaron Rodgers does it. They have teams around him.
Yeah, so I see where you're going with the Justin Fields. I can definitely see his talent being enough, but the lack of weapons, the lack of offensive line, I can't say Justin Fields personally. But then I'm gonna get thrown into not the bandwagon, but I'm gonna be told I'm being biased.
Well, let me redo the question for you. Outside of Trevor Lawrence, which rookie quarterback is going to be the most improved out of Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson?
Okay, so I can answer this. I'm gonna do process of elimination here. Mac Jones, I don't think will improve that much. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna improve, but I don't see his ceiling to me isn't high enough for him to improve a ton. Um, Justin Fields' situation is terrible, which is why I can't put Justin Fields there. I didn't get to see enough of Trey Lance um, last year, so my answer would be Zach Wilson because of his team. He's got a very competent team around him. You could argue that the Jets did the best in the draft. You could argue that they spent money on Zach Wilson. My only issue with Zach Wilson is I don't think he's the guy. I think he was drafted too high at number 2. I personally think it should have been Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields. Then you could have thrown Zach Wilson or Trey Lance at number 3. I think he's got talent. I just think he's kind of like the. I don't want to say Johnny Manziel because I think that's like very disrespectful. But I think the small school he went to, like doesn't help him in the NFL. Um, and Justin Fields Justin Fields has played against top talent like before his rookie year at Ohio State. He played in the big games. He played tough opponents. Zach Wilson, coming from a smaller school, doesn't play that well, like that great of a competition. And their offense, in my opinion, wasn't that crazy, like scheme wise and stuff. And then they've even made comments that they're making the offense QB friendly for the Jets. So like that worries me that Zach Wilson's development isn't where it should be if they're having to make it a QB friendly offense.
Yeah, and it's just Zach Wilson. I really want him to succeed, like just all these rookie quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, if he's not gonna go showing signs of improvement at all from last year, I mean, like Ian said, he might not be the guy for the Jets. And I really hope he is because the Jets haven't had a really good starting quarterback for a while.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be tougher and tougher if Zach Wilson doesn't improve on his own, or if even Trey Lance doesn't improve. I think Trey Lance, we don't have too much information on him, so I can't really judge him because he hasn't had a full year like all these other guys, like Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields. Justin Fields hasn't had a full year either, so definitely something to look at as well. But also Trevor Lawrence had a full year and everybody. So Zach Wilson, having a full year under his belt, he's gonna have to show that he knows he can play football and he's gonna be improving a little bit.
Yeah, but if we didn't ask it the way you just asked me, Trevor Lawrence is my guy, and it is a little biased, but when you consider the way he played in the final game, okay, it was like one of the best rookie performances all year out of all the quarterbacks. He made some big time throws. He overcame drops. He led his team down the field pretty much every time they had the ball. So I really think Trevor Lawrence, now that he doesn't have distractions of his head coach, he's got a NFL caliber head coach that has played the quarterback position. He's got proven veteran wide receivers that one will be smart and safe options for him to go with the football, but also to help the younger guys on the team like Laviska Shenault, Jamal Agnew with like drops and stuff. And then we've upgraded the tight end position with Evan Ingram, and Doug Peterson does really good scheming tight ends. And then Travis Etienne and James Robinson both coming back healthy. Like I said, I understand our wide receiver group is not the greatest, but there's a bunch of safe options in there. And when it comes to mind, there's been some quarterbacks that have been able to elevate their wide receivers' gameplay, and it doesn't matter if you have the best wide receiver in the league. Good generational type quarterbacks are going to make their wide receivers better. So that's why I think Trevor Lawrence is going to greatly improve year 2. just from the fact that he won't have the distractions of Urban Meyer. I think that's going to do wonders for his growth.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really interesting to see Trevor Lawrence fully focused on football without any of, like Ian said, any distractions from Urban Meyer. So that's gonna be interesting to watch as well.
Can you imagine doing a job like Trevor Lawrence, one of the toughest positions in football, having a tough game, having a loss, and then going to the press conference and your questions aren't even about the game, it's about
What your coach?
yeah, what your coach is up to.
That's definitely just hard as a quarterback. You can't. It's obviously hard for a rookie quarterback. He's old enough, he's mature enough to be able to answer those questions. But at the same time, you you're a rookie quarterback still. That's gonna be in your mind.
Yeah, one thing I will say out of all, like, granted, I hate that it was such a fiasco last year, but Trevor Lawrence showed a lot of maturity. And that's what you want to see in a franchise quarterback. Like, even fans of other teams that don't pay attention to the Jacksonville Jaguars, except when their head coach, like the head coach is in the news, like, they don't see, like, Urban Meyer was on the news, but the next day, there's not a video of Trevor Lawrence yelling at the media or like backlashing at the media. He handled every question perfectly, like from a mature adult. And what's crazy is he's only 21, 22 years old. Like he's young for a football player.
Younger than us.
Yeah, younger than us, and he was able to answer some tough questions. And I mean, like, even though I hated the fiasco, I love that I got to watch the kind of leader he is, the kind of the maturity he has. Um, so, like, when someone asked him in 5 years, how do you handle adversity? He can be like, look at year one. Like, look at what I did when Urban Meyer was being crazy.
Yeah, these. I'm just really excited to see these rookie quarterbacks in year two and see how they improve because a lot of them have talent that we haven't seen like that in the first round in a long time from quarterbacks.
Yeah.
5 first round quarterbacks, that's just insane in general. Um, and throughout the NFL season, we told you our schedule. There's gonna be a lot of different stuff coming to the channel, just as it gets bigger and bigger as
Yep.
well. We'll definitely be able to have a better camera, better actual camera for better quality videos, even 4K live streams, if your phone or something is capable of that. We also have different mics, different look, different setting. Like you'll see this probably still for a little bit, but there's gonna be added stuff behind us on the wall. There's gonna be a lot of different stuff just for the aesthetic of PI podcast that we're really excited to have in the future. I just think it's gonna be a fun time, just growing and learning learning what we can from football, and definitely just improving on what this podcast is all about and what the PI podcast is.
Yep. And we're hoping our knowledge gets better as we go. Obviously, the more time we spend doing this, the more we learn, the more research we have to do. So it's always going to be the same thing where we're trying to inform you guys, but we're also trying to entertain, talk about the next week's games. You know, we might not get every statistic right, but you know, we're going to do our best to make sure all of our info is spot on before we go live, and you know, and then obviously we're always going to pay attention to chat and take questions from chat, talk about topics from chat. So, like I said, that's going to be something we're always going to do. It doesn't matter if there's 0 people or 4,000 people. Like, it's always going to be that way.
Yeah. So as you can see, this was kind of like I guess kind of like an update kind of thing. Update kind of thing. I mean, we'll definitely update you guys frequently whenever we do change stuff or something big happens. So it's just gonna be fun going forward. I think we're just gonna have a lot of fun. We're definitely going on more pack hunts. We just found some packs today from Walgreens. So we went to 3 different Targets. And none of them had it, so we went 0-3 for Target. We went to one Walmart. We went 0-1 because they didn't have any
Yeah.
football. We went to two CVS.
Two CVS's 0 for 2.
0 for 2, and then we went to 3 Walgreens.
And all 3 Walgreens had like insane amount, honestly. The first Walgreens we went to, which is why we started to find every Walgreens in town, they had hundreds of packs. They had at least 100 packs of NBA, football, basketball, baseball, hockey. Like they had everything. They had Contenders, they had Chronicles, they had Illusions, they had
NBA
hoops, they had
They had Illusions?
the basketball Illusions.
Oh, basketball Illusions.
They had so much. So then went to the next one.
We got Chronicles from there.
Yeah, we got 2
Football Chronicles
blaster boxes. Then we went to another Walgreens and found 2 more Football Chronicle blaster boxes.
Yeah, and then another Walgreens we went to had 2 Panini Contenders value packs that I haven't seen ever in a while, except maybe at Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble might have had them, yeah. But I think they were basketball. I don't think they even had football.
No, they had football.
They did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But, I mean, insane. And, like, I wanted to buy more. But, like, we were afraid we would, like... They had a lot of packs. They only had 2 blasters at this Walgreens. But we were afraid we would go to another store and find more blasters. So, like, we didn't overspend on just the packs. We bought a few, but we didn't, like... I think we bought 6 or 7 packs at, like, $10 a pack or something. But the blaster boxes were $25. Not bad for a blaster box. That's retail price. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
In Walgreens, we found playoff packs before.
Yeah.
We find NFL draft picks there.
Walgreens is very, very good to us.
Yeah, and they actually have whole displays of, like, it's a big tower in the middle of their store. So, definitely if you're in the market to try to find packs, Walgreens is a very good place to look.
Yeah.
Sometimes they keep them behind the counter. Sometimes they have them on the aisle. So what we do, we walk in, we know where they're supposed to be in the store. We check that aisle. If they're not there, then we go to the cash register and say, hey, do you have any card packs? And every single Walgreens we went to, they were like, yep, come this way. And they showed us what they had. So
It's definitely really, really cool just to see they actually had stock and they recently restocked as well. So in the future, I know 2021 Prism retail is coming out soon. So that's going to be something big you guys will see. Hopefully to find some retail price mega boxes and retail price blaster boxes. Definitely be picking up a bunch of those. But yeah, definitely you guys will see that on our new channel coming out soon. We will let you guys know when it is launched. But it's going to be our sports car channel and kind of break channel. So probably do our breaks on there as well. Or we'll do breaks on here either or. So yeah, definitely going to be a lot of fun things coming. So we just hope you guys are excited for the future.
yeah, because we are.
Yeah.
We're very excited for the future.
And he has to get a bit closer. Yeah.
So, now what?
Now, we'll be back Tuesday in person.
Yep, we're gonna hang out all day Tuesday. Maybe do some more pack hunting, but we got information that in our area, Saturdays and Tuesdays are the day they restock, and they do it every 2 weeks.
So Tuesday's gonna be a good day to go.
We're gonna try Tuesday, but they did say every 2 weeks, and like all the stores were like kind of highly stocked. So like I'm not like we're probably gonna check the stores we haven't been to yet.
Yeah.
But a lot like I don't know. I think they restocked yesterday because there was a ton of baseball cards, like mega boxes of the tops. There was a lot of mega boxes of baseball. So I'm assuming they just restocked. But Target, Walmart, they were all white. CVS were all wiped of football cards. They only had basketball and baseball. And not all of them had basketball. Like basketball was hard to find kind of too.
Yeah.
Baseball was in abundance. Hockey was definitely in abundance. But Pokemon cards were in stock, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
We found a Pokemon at almost every single stop we went.
Yeah.
Same with Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh is as popular as Pokemon.
Yeah. So it's definitely look out for future vlogs and things like that. So.
And if you guys know of a good spot to go to find cards, let us know. I'll go get a Jacksonville Publix library card if they sell cards at the library.
No, they sell cards at the library.
But
thank you guys for watching this live stream. If you guys are watching this after the live, we appreciate you just for hanging out with us. Little update video. If you guys did enjoy update stream, or update video just like this, do let us know. We update you guys frequently, so just be on the lookout. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support on the YouTube videos. Definitely a lot of crazy support on the YouTube videos recently. We're at 62 subscribers now, so appreciate everyone that's
these last few days, you guys have been insane with the amount of views and stuff you've been giving us.
Yeah, and definitely we're gonna be growing bigger than ever. Do remember that we are giving away a signed Jaguars mini helmet from Byron Leftwich. That's a Byron Leftwich signed mini helmet. Once we reach 100 subscribers on YouTube and 100 followers on Twitter, we'll be giving away this helmet. So make sure you are subscribed and be on the lookout for a future video telling you all the details you need to enter the giveaway.
Yep. What else do we got? We're about to go make some more videos, more content for you guys. Do a couple reaction videos and stuff. Who do we have uploading tomorrow? I don't know.
We have a reaction video tomorrow.
Yeah, it's reacting to the top 10 plays. I can't remember what team it is, but
Chargers.
Chargers. So we'll have the Chargers out tomorrow, as long as that's the correct info, which I think it is. I remember doing the Chargers. And then Tuesday we'll be back here.
Yeah. So definitely appreciate you guys.
And also this week, be on the lookout for another Jaguar and Atlanta Falcons expectations video. I uploaded today expectations of the Jacksonville Jaguars defense for 2022. One day this week I'll do the offense, and then he'll go over either offense or defense one day, one other day this week. So be on the lookout for double uploads. Whenever we upload our expectation videos, they will be uploaded at noon. It's just not going to be a set day because we're doing it as soon as we have time. So on the days we come together, we bulk do reaction videos, so that way we're fine with content for the week. But we're doing these expectation videos and just team videos in general when we have time, when we're away from each other. So not a certain day, but if you guys also want, let us know some teams down below that you would like us to maybe do the same thing for, and me and him will take turns doing them.
Yeah.
As long as you're fine with that.
Are you okay with that, Mr. Jaguar?
I'm okay with that. If you want me to shit on the Texans, man, I'll shit on it. I'll shit on the Texans.
Maybe we'll have, if you guys really want it, we'll have.
We'll make sure that we won't do our rivals, okay? So, like, if someone comes in here and wants the Titans...
Except the Aints, I might have to do that one. Just
okay, but I'll do a legit one on the Saints, and then he can follow up on the...
I'll be legit with the Saints, except for the end, alright?
So, either way, like, any team you guys want us to do, we'll do it. We want to produce content that you guys want to watch, and the only way we can do that is if you tell us what you want us to watch or talk about.
Taco Bell. Oh, Taco Bell. It sounds like the Taco Bell. You got Taco Bell.
Well, can we take a second to talk about how Taco Bell? Can we take a second to Taco Bell? Talk about
Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Talk about the fact that they don't have Mexican pizzas anymore.
Yeah, so they run low. Taco Bell ran low of their stock of Mexican pizza, and now it's all gone somehow. Like they didn't. I don't get why these big corporations. They probably do this on purpose, to get more hype when they come back. But they should have known. Big corporations, they usually sell out of stuff, and they're like, oh, we didn't know that much. Yeah, that's such a lie.
Yeah.
They know what's coming, and they're just building more hype and more momentum for whenever Mexican pieces do come back, it's going to be bigger too. So definitely just sucks that Mexican pieces weren't out because we only had it for a few weeks and I ate a decent amount, so I guess I was happy.
Yeah. Also, we are starting to research the prices of all of our cards. Um, so, with that being said, once we're finished with the document, we will take screenshots of the card. Sorry, we'll take a screenshot of the document, actually post it on Twitter so you guys can read the cards and the price range on the right. And we're going to eventually upload them all to eBay, but this way you guys can direct message us on Twitter and say, hey, I want that card. And then we can either do like a PayPal transaction so that way we don't even have to put it on eBay, or you just tell us to upload it to eBay and we'll upload it to eBay and then you can just buy it from eBay. So we'll figure out ways to do that in the future, but we'll take screenshots of the document. That way you guys can direct message us, let us know which ones you want. That way if you want 5 or 6 cards that you see from our list, we don't have to worry about trying to put each one on eBay. And then you guys can just buy it directly from us instead of going through eBay. So that'll be within the next few weeks. We already made the eBay. We're just trying to find out information on all the cards. And I mean, we've got tons of cards like ready to go through. I got this really nice Kyle Pitts patch.
No, we're not selling, obviously, but yeah, good one to look at, though. If you guys saw that, none of those cockpits are for sale, so unfortunately.
Yeah, so we are keeping our.
It's kind of interesting that he pulled out that one, but we do have actually one we are probably trying to sell. It's probably just De'Ami Brown rookie patch auto, RPA.
Yeah, we have a bunch that we're gonna be going through and selling. Obviously.
And then, if you're a really big Steelers fan, Vital, if you're listening, Najee Harris patch. Najee Harris.
Yeah, and if you got once we post this info on Twitter, you DM us. We might throw in a couple extra just to.
Yeah, just because you guys are awesome.
We might throw in some base cards with it, especially if we know your favorite team. So, yeah. But with that being said, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the support on our past videos, on our future videos, on our video now. It's been extremely fun to keep this up. This is probably the most consistent me and him have ever been on any YouTube channel. Like for the fact that we're doing daily uploads and 3 podcasts a week, like this is the most I think we've ever been on any channel.
Yeah.
For the amount of time we've been doing it this frequent.
Yeah, we're ballers.
Yeah.
We're definitely dedicated and motivated to do this. So the more support you guys give us, the more motivated we get. So just seeing all this stuff happen in the recent few days, that all the views you guys have been showing us, all the love and support. So we really appreciate that. And with that being said, we'll see you guys Tuesday for this. Tuesday is going to be a longer stream, but definitely we just want to keep you guys updated and talk about some things. So thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you hit that like and hit that noti bell, so you don't miss a live stream from us. Yeah, Ian is basically saying don't miss it. Press that button now, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah, and don't worry about Ian. He's okay. He's okay, maybe mentally, but thank you guys for watching.
Check out my mustache.
And that's non-existent. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.
Peace. I don't know how to turn this off.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's the
That's the X button.